And I was like, hey, your time, it was Hopeless, I know, and it was like, Hopeless, I know you're very naughty, right? Right now, you just gotta get into this car because I'm going to test you. And if you test you positive, when we come back to school, you gonna tell your friends to come to your memorial service.
Said I was done, I'm back at it again. Back in the car, we spinning the bin. Slide on your man, I'ma shoot at your friend. Knock him down and then we do it again. Glock automatic, I change the pin. Pull up jack and we change the VIN. Don't give a fuck which lane you in. Look if you buck out the brand out.
Hey yo, what's good, YouTubers? It is your boy, Hope it's a damn back. And I'm back with a story time. Like, guys, yo, I know things are cracking outside. So, like, the story that I wanted to tell you guys, like, yo, it's the hardest even right now, right? So, it all happened on the 14th of April, on the 19th of April, 2019. Yes, sir. 19. I was in school. It was a normal day, sitting in class. So, like, at school now, we have this mechanic, like, he likes smoking, right? Like, he smokes everywhere. Everywhere. Like, you can find him smoking. So, firstly, he was smoking, like, next to our class, right? And the windows were open by the time. Sharp. And, okay, I was like, okay, Sharp, this guy is smoking. No flop. So, like, the smoke came into the class. When the smoke came into the class, like, when the smoke came into the class, I have a problem with sinuses, right? So I asked the teacher to, like, go out to the restroom, right? So when I told her that I wanted to go out to the restroom, and these two guys followed me, like, these two students followed me. They were like, okay, Sharp, no, I can't take this no more. Like, the smoke is too much. We got into the restroom. Until no, it was not a cigarette. It was weed, like it was weed, like hot weed. When we got into the restroom, like, the restroom is not, like, very far from our class, right? So when I got into the restroom, I felt the smoke, right? And then, like, I felt the scent of the smoke. And got to know, like, this kids that got into the restroom before us, they made a hole on the ceiling so that they can put their heads in there and they smoke, so that they can smoke in there. Guys, they didn't know that next to the on the hole in the ceiling, the next room is our class, right? And our class also, like, it has a trap door, right? And the trap door was actually open by the time. I don't know what they were fixing up there, but they forgot to close it, right? And the trap door, when it was open, so the smoke was moving from the restroom through the ceiling and into our class. So I got out of the restroom because I felt like, no, I was gonna die in here, right? Sharp. And the guys, like, they did their stuff and then they came out, they followed me, right? And so when they followed me, when I was like, let me go to the other side because there are, like, plenty of restrooms, right, for like students. So I was like, let me go to the other side. Sharp. When I was on my way to the other side, my teacher was like, okay, you guys gotta wait right here, because, like, there's plenty of scent smoke, like, coming to our class right now, and you guys have been into the restroom, like, for a long time. I was like, man, nah, we got in there for like 3 minutes. And you telling me that we were smoking? She was like, yes, you guys were smoking weed in there. Yeah, I sharp, no flaw. And then I started fighting with the ma'am. I was like, no, ma'am, we did not smoke weed. Like, we got in there, like, literally 3 minutes ago, and you're saying we're smoking weed, like, right now. Sharp. And our class teacher passed by. He was like, shit. So, ma'am was like, the ma'am called our class teacher, and then she was like, these three learners were smoking weed. Yeah. Hey, just started cracking, bro. And our class teacher, like, he sniffed our fingers. I don't know why he did that, but he sniffed our fingers. And then one of these two guys that came after me, let me just say student number 2, right? He his fingers, like, smell, like, had the scent of weed, right? And then they said he was smoking weed. Got you know, the poor boy went with us in at the same time, right? Sharp. And they were like, you guys gotta go to the staff room right now so that we can discuss this. Sharp. We went to the staff room. Oh, we discussed this. The vice principal, came to the staff room, and they was like, "You guys are smoking weed, right?" And we said no, sir. We didn't smoke weed. We were in a wrong place at the wrong time, right? And then he was like, "Okay, sharp, go to your class and fetch your school bags and get the student that was in the restroom before you guys in your class, right?" So like we got there and we call student number 3, sharp. When we called him, I said, "Bro, you just gotta come with your backpack," cause like that's that, right? And he took his backpack and we went to the staff room. They searched us, and in my bag they didn't find anything, obviously. And also student number 1 and student number 2, they didn't find anything. I can't mention their name because like, hey, shit is crazy. They didn't find anything. But in the guy that we called student number 3, they found a banky, right? They found take weed. So when they found weed, he was about to say it was not mine, and they gave him like a light slap, bro. Like we felt the one. I felt like they were slapping me by the time. Like I felt like they were slapping me. Hunter, no, they're slapping this guy. I sharp, no flop. Okay, and they told the guy, or no, Braga, go and call check the other student that you went with in the restroom at the same time, right? Sharp, Avai, Ayababich. He went to call them. When he came back with them, and then they like searched us, Sharp. And he came with 2 guys, right? Let me just say student number 4, student number 5. And in student number 4's bag, they found a bakey, right? Yeah, they found a bakey and matches. And in student number 5, they found a joint, a banky, matches, and a cigarette. Sharp. And they took their uniform. They took like their jerseys, their tie, and their hats, because they had their school name and stuff like that. And they were like, "No, you guys don't belong here. You don't belong to this school. So we gotta take your things." Sharp. And then they took our names so that they can call our parents, right? Sharp. When they took our names, I was mad scared. Like I was scared to death because I knew that my dad is gonna chow me for the things that I didn't do, right? So at this point, it is. I'm just guilty. I'm just guilty, and they didn't prove me innocent. So they're still investigating what's going on. So they took our names so that they can call our parents, because on the school system, like they have take better again, our parents' phone numbers, right? Sharp. They called them, all of them. Sharp. And then student number 2, he was also scared. He was like, "Yo, like my dad is bulk, bro. My dad is bulk hard as hell. Like he works out like straight. He's gonna chow me." I was like, "Bro, like, you see me and you like, yeah. I can imagine what you're going through right now, right? Even my dad, if he comes here, like I'm dead also." I sharp. So they didn't find out anything in our school bag. So student number 4, his parent, his mom came to the school like very fast, bro. I don't know. I believe she was on 180 miles per hour, because like, yes, that was fast. Or maybe she was nearby. I don't know. Sharp. When she got there, she pulled her son, student number 4, and then she was like, "I'm taking you to the taxi drivers because I'm tired of you." And she came with this paper. I think it wrote rehabilitation, what not. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, she was pulling her like this. And then when she turned, she slapped her, and the nigga fell on the floor, and then he was crying out his head. He was like, "Mom, it's not me, stuff like that." And the woman, like, she forgot about her son, and then she came to us. And then I pulled these 2 niggas like, "Yo, I ain't gonna die while you guys are right here, alright?" So, and then she was like, "So you guys think that school fees is for free, huh?" And I was like, "Nah, I ain't gonna die. So I pulled these guys to stand in the front of me, so that they can slap them first. And the vice principal was like, "No, those ones are very innocent. Matter of fact, they can go to class." So we went to class. When we got to class, this nigga, This nigga like I don't wanna lie. So Bazi Pujawer, he told us that if like Mungola wa pachi what's an amo system in here, then like you're gonna test positive. Since like we hemila that part, that weed. I was scared as hell. Cause I knew that my dad was gonna chow me, bro. Like that nigga, like my dad doesn't take shit. Like yo, I was dead straight. Like I was already dead. Like I knew or no, like God, I'm coming. Cause right now I'm dead. I bet. Sure. So the period was over. It was lunchtime, like break time. Sharp. They called me on the intercom. I didn't hear the intercom. Then I went to the tech shop with my guys. And then we're standing at a position where like I could see my dad's car right there, and he could see where I was. I don't know if he saw where I was, but I saw where he was, right? And he was standing like outside of the car. Sharp. And then I was standing there like looking at him for like 2 minutes, like looking at the guy there. I was like, okay, so for me going from here to there, that's my road trip to hell, pela. That guy's gonna kill me. I flop, no flop. And then he was looking at the same at the same position that I was. Sharp. And I was like, okay, like I think this guy can see where I am. Let me just go to him. Sharp. I got there. And I was like, hey, your timing was good. And he was like, don't say what's good to me. Do you smoke weed? I was like, no, I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Hoputs, I know. And he was like, Hoputs, I know you're very naughty, right? Right now, you just gotta get into this car because I'm going to test you. And if you test you positive, when we come back to school, you gonna tell your friends to come to your memorial service. Oh! I nearly pissed myself, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I nearly pissed myself. Thinking that I'm gonna die for something that I didn't do. And the student from the class told me that if the weed says smoke what comes into your system there, you're done. Yo. Like I was scared as hell, bruh. Like, yo. I bet. So this teacher came to our car. She's like, my father and that teacher, like, they are very close. They went to high school together, shit like that. They are very close friends. I bet. So we went to the soccer to test me, right? I bet. So when we got there, this guy in there, he was like, yo, bro, you gotta tell me what's going on. Cause like not long ago, another student from your school was in here. By the time I was talking about student number 3, the one that they found the banky in his backpack for the he was the first one to one more trauma about banky in his backpack, right? I no flop. He was like, what's going on? And I just told him the same words. I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. I don't smoke, I don't do anything. Sharp. We got into this office. When we got into this office, then this man greeted us. She greeted us, and then we started talking. And she started talking about youth getting into cocaine, shit like that, blah blah blah. I bet. And then she started testing me. She took my things, like, she took my, let me just say my spit, right? Yeah. So she took it and she put it in this thing, like, right? And then where she put it, there's the place there where like she just put it there. And then she waits for like 5 minutes, right? Sharp. When she waits for like 5 minutes, we're busy waiting there for like 5 minutes. By the time my dad was like furious, like he's pissed as hell. Like I believe like in his mind he was like, I can't wait to destroy this boy's life straight. I bet. So 5 minutes later, sharp. The test, all the things like came out showing red lines, cocaine, weed, cat, crystal, you name them, all these things. Like they came out showing red line. By the time we don't know what's going on. Like we don't understand shit. And my dad is like, why are they showing red lights? And he's looking at me like, boy, I'm gonna kill you, boy, I'm gonna kill you. And right now in my heart, I'm busy talking, I'm looking at them, man, like straight, like, bro, you gotta spit this shit. I'm gonna die right here, right now. Cause if you don't tell us what's going on, this nigga right here is gonna chow me, right? And then she looked at me and she was like, "Hey, this boy's scared as fuck." I bet. And she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. The red lines mean negative." Yo, yeah, I swear to God, like I nearly pissed myself, guys. I swear to God, cause like the moment when she said like the red lines are negative, I was like, "Whew, thank God, thank God, I'm not gonna die." Since this guy told me that I should invite my friends to like to the memorial service, cause like yo, this guy was gonna chow me right now. And then like she left when she left the room, my dad was like, "I wanna let you the right now you're busy choosing wrong friends. And they're making you do bad things." I was like, "Okay, Papa, I was in the I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, right?" And then he was like, "Alright, sharp, no flaw. But you gotta chop niggas. You gotta cut niggas right now. Choose the right friends for you. Alright? Gotta stop hanging around with people who smoke weed." I was like, "Okay, no problem." And I did that. When we got to school, okay, we took the results and I got to school. The guy just gave me 100 rands. He was like, "Okay, sharp, go and buy property." Hey, so back then I was like, heavy as hell, because like the nigga he never gave me 100 rand to go to school. I never. And the day I don't know what happened. He was like, "Okay, go and buy snacks." I was like, "So I must keep the change." I bet. And he got in the staff room. They made the copies, and they gave the principal the original one, and they took my dad took the copy, and yeah, yeah, yeah. And after that, they tested some other dudes. They went to student number 345 or a bunch of right? Okay, sharp. And then they did so. Hey, it was a bunch of people. Like it was a lot of niggas in there. And yeah, got home, shit like that, and we started talking about it. Yeah, like I still can't believe it. Like it happened. This shit. But thank you for listening to my story. And please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and press the notification bell so you're notified every time I drop. And thank you again for watching the video. See you in the next see you in the next video. Sweet.
Yeah, sure.